light of the covenant shines within you.
I am back with the next Ironman. This story is going to be a bit of a playthrough of the Brightwood storyline, which is actually a pretty damn cool storyline. I got really into it, actually. But at the moment, I started off just doing before I went up to Brightwood, started that, I was trying to do my faction quest to move up because, you know, I'm a priestly man. I'm a priest, Father Karma. I'm a holy man. I need to get up the ranks, though. So I was trying to get up to my next rank. And then this dirty, dishonorable green attacks me.
What level are they?
Level 60. You're a stain upon time's change, wet broken wind. A stain. Anyway, so I head out once again to get my faction quest, and then I come across a purple. So let's see if this purple guy is as low as the green. What a gentleman. I mean, I'm not sure if that water body protected me, but it looks like he's just there to fish. What a nice guy. So on the way back, I see that shrine, or waypoint, whatever you call it, and I was like, oh, I'll go check it out. I've got all the faction quests completed. These are the last ones I need to do, and I didn't realize it was like the Marauder's base. Wow, did I get spoiled with the Covenant because the Marauder's base? It's like the poor cousins, this was my reaction. Look at this, you fucking piece of shit. Oh my god. You don't even have the doors open. Oh my god. It's like going to Brightwood after you've been in Everfall. I mean, look at the Marauder. I mean, look at this Covenant base. Look at it compared to the Marauders. Oh my god. No wonder the Marauder was so angry and had to attack me. I'd be jealous too if I had to live in the horrible conditions. Poor people. Anyway, I pick up the quest to do my trial so I can get out of being an initiate. Initiate. Right, so in my last video I finished up the Everfall story, and then they told me about this brother Umberto who tried to warn the Soul Wardens to sort of remain a little bit humble and not get like completely arrogant, because the Soul Wardens were a little bit like, oh, we're the heroes of Arsenum, we're going to save the day. And he was like, it's going to be your downfall. And it was their downfall. But, so we're trying to find this guy, Brother Umberto, who fled up to Brightwood. It just so happens, to my luck, that the faction quest that I'm doing to get up in the Covenant is also in the same place as we start the Brightwood quest. So that's what we're doing at the moment. And, you know, I feel like me and Brother Umberto are going to get along because he's a brother of the priesthood. I'm in the priesthood with the Covenant, you know. So, I mean, we should get along, right? Yeah. By the way, tell me if you agree, but I absolutely love Brightwood. I'm a real goth fanboy. I love the mists. I love the darkness. I love the dimly lit lights. I love the way the ghosts kind of glow in the forests. I'm definitely, out of all the enemy factions in Arsenum, I'm all about the Lost, I have to say. It was a tie between the Ancients and the Lost, but I like ghosts and vampires and all that gothic-y stuff. So, man, I love Brightwood. I love the aesthetic. But anyway, here we go. We find the first letter from Brother Umberto.
Master Brightwood, it is with the utmost urgency and discretion that I author this note. Out of respect for your seniority in Walsham, I choose not to challenge you publicly, but I am disappointed nonetheless. These poor lost souls who have wandered into town may seem to have lost their humanity. But is this not a test of our faith? The decision to bury them seems to me a decision to surrender hope. There simply must be a more humane way to handle this. Please, let us at least discuss the matter.
I mean, as you'd expect from a holy man, a man of the cloth, very, very good-natured person. I don't think it takes too much morals to realize that burying things alive's not a great idea. But alas, he was the only one that seemed to be sticking up for it. So that's where we are, Brother Umberto. They were burying the lost The Lost were coming into the town, and they were burying them, like... Well, I mean, is a Lost alive? I don't know, but they were burying them. Kind of screwed up.
It is plain now that ignoring my concerns has cost this town dearly. Even the most faithful are on the verge of despair. And as we've seen, that seems to be the true source of this soulless plague. Our hollow prayers and efforts to bury these tragic events are only making matters worse. I cannot bear to witness this tragedy on my own. I will seek him out, and if Providence wills, I will return with the hope and the strength to save our town. Brother Umberto.
Yeah, so that's a bit rude of me. I wasn't quite as into the quest this early on, but basically he says that he's going to leave the town and try to come back when he can help the people in the town and save them. So I've defeated the boss for the faction quest, so now I can go up to the next rank when I get back. Ah, here's old Jonas. Let's see what he has to say about the whole thing.
It appears the town fell to the Lost, primarily from within. No signs of any defense. I wonder, Sir Galahad, the shining knight from the court of King Artorius himself. An honorable warrior, as I recall, but a bit squeamish regarding the requirements of becoming a soul warden.
So it seems that the Sir Galahad and Brother Umberto joined forces or teamed up. So after talking to old Jonas, I head up to talk to, find this Sir Galahad to find out what happened, because he might know where the old Brother Umberto is.
Be wary, traveller. A great tragedy has occurred here. The good people who lived in these hills have fallen and turned into soulless Lost. If you've come seeking family or an old friend, I fear your journey may be... then there may yet be hope. Brother Umberto is a brave soul. He and I joined forces to defend these fair lands. But the story pains me to speak aloud. It is better if you read the account in my journal, just there.
I'd rather hear that deep, sexy voice, but alright then.
It was the dream of Avalon that led King Artorius to these shores. And of course, the wise counsel of the enchanter, Mirrodin. But the enchanter became obsessed with the island's mysteries. An insidious evil claimed his soul. The wars of crimson madness raged for a century. So many banners, all fallen to the corruption. I know not what transpired to end the conflict. We found no answers as to Mirrodin's fate. No trace of the High King. I sought new peace and purpose here in the Brightwood, but it would not last. A plague of soulless Lost emerged. Brother Umberto and I formed the Bright Vigil to fight the darkness. But he stood alone when I left in search of my Lord King. I returned empty-handed to witness the results of my failure. The Vigil fallen to despair, and the Brightwood bright no more.